Alright, so here's what you need to know. In the first movie, John Wick is a retired assassin. This is after hundreds of kills and him losing his wife, who left him a puppy. And that puppy was tragically killed by a dummy. And this dummy goes by the name of Joseph. Joseph's father, Vigo, now has the impossible task of protecting his dummy of a son from John Wick.
Well, John wasn't exactly the boogeyman. He was the one you sent to kill the fucking boogeyman.
Sadly for Vigo, he didn't last long, because John killed both him and his son. Yes. And the movie ends with John finding a new puppy to take care of. In the second movie, everything gets a little more complicated. See, before John could retire, he had help from this guy by the name of Santino. Because of that, Santino has a marker with John. And a marker comes with the second rule of the criminal underground, which is that you can't deny a request with a marker. And the first rule of the criminal underground is that all continental ground is sacred. The Continental is basically a resting place for all criminals. If you break the rule of no violence on the grounds, you get executed.
Your membership to the Continental has been by thine own hand revoked.
This is very important. Anyway, Santino then gives John the task of eliminating his sister. After John takes out Santino's sister, Santino then puts a bounty on John for $7 million. John, obviously frustrated and feeling betrayed, uses all his connections to hunt down Santino. When he finally catches up to Santino, Santino goes to the Continental grounds, and is technically able to hide there as long as he wants because he's stinking rich. And he's a little bitch. Anyways, John realizing this, he kills Santino on Continental grounds. So the owner of the New York Continental, Winston, has to declare John excommunicado, which means that John is no longer able to go into any Continental ground and is cut off from all resources. But since Winston's such a good friend to John, he gives John a whopping 60 minutes before declaring the bounty on John's head, which is $14 million. To be honest with you, it's not worth what it takes to kill this guy. But I digress. On to the third movie, which has everybody and their moms going after my boy John. And everybody who helped John, like Winston and the Bowery King, or I like to call him the Birdman, are being punished for doing so by a person from the High Table, which is basically the head of the criminal organization that they run, called the Adjudicator. I gotta admit, it's a really tough title. Anyways, in order for John to get out of this predicament that he's in, he needs to find the Elder, who's the leader of the High Table. But to do so, he needed the help of Sophia and her two dogs. With Sophia's help, he's able to find the Elder, who tells him that if he wants to stop being excommunicado, he needs to kill Winston. And then afterwards, he comes out of retirement. John then goes and meets Winston and decides that he's not going to kill him. The Adjudicator then declares the Continental grounds to no longer be sacred, meaning that they're going to kill everyone on the grounds. So everyone clears out except for Winston, John, and Charon, who stayed there and defended the grounds from all the Adjudicator's people. Afterwards, Winston and the Adjudicator struck a deal, begins with Winston having to kill John Wick. So Winston shoots John Wick off the Continental building, which would have killed anybody, but this is John Wick, who is then taken by the Bowery King, aka the Birdman, and the movie ends with both of them agreeing that they really hate the High Table.
You pissed, John? Are you? Yeah.
And yeah, I hope I answered all your questions, but if I didn't, be sure to leave a comment. And if you like that video and want to see more like it, leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. That's it.